Hi, everybody. I just wanted to welcome you all to day one of the From Giver to Receiver Challenge. It's a beautiful day here in Chicago. So if you're not in Chicago, I hope it is beautiful and sunny out. I wanted to go outside, but I realized that it's actually too sunny for me to be out there, and I didn't want to be blinded the whole time. So I decided to stay inside, even though secretly I wish I was outside. So if you guys are live, you can go ahead and type comments in while you're here. And if you're not live, don't worry. This is all going to be recorded and you guys will be able to check out the video. So this is a 3-day thing. Each day kind of has a different theme, and we are talking about how to go from being a person that is a natural giver to someone that is able to receive and finally put themselves first. In that being said, it's not like I'm telling you guys to not give to other people. Absolutely, please continue to do that. But we're really going to talk about ways to truly put yourself first, because you want to give from a cup that is full. And what you give to other people is that stuff that's overflowing. But if you're not full yourself, you're not able to fully give to yourself, you're really not going to be able to truly and genuinely give to other people. So today we're going to talk all about mindset, and a big piece of that is getting you over the guilt of doing something for yourself. I don't know about you guys, but for me, being a natural giver, at first I just felt so guilty doing something for myself. And in reality, it really is not a bad thing to do something for yourself. So first thing I want to do is talk about why getting over guilt is a good thing and not feeling bad about it is a good thing. First off, hi Dan, woohoo! When you release that feeling of guilt, you're going to literally feel lighter. I know for me personally, one of the first things that happened was that I got over the fact of, okay, I'm doing something for myself. I feel horrible about it. And then once I said, wait a second, this is okay. I need to do something for me. I literally felt a weight lifted off of my shoulder. I felt free and light. And I know sometimes that's kind of weird, but I can tell you that if you do this, you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I've got it. Like I feel good. So you're going to feel that. You're going to very much have a physical benefit from it. You're either going to have more energy. You're going to have a little bit better ability to focus. You're going to feel more rested, better quality sleep, all of that kind of stuff. Also getting over the guilty feeling, you're going to just have more positive emotions that come up about doing something for yourself. The other thing, honestly, that is the most important and the most powerful is it's really an act of self-love. So getting over that guilty feeling of doing something for yourself is embracing self-love and doing and loving yourself, and knowing that when you take care of yourself, you are doing something that is going to fill you up more, and then it's only going to make you better, even stronger, and more able to give to other people. So it's super, super powerful exercise and activity to be able to do. So the first thing we're going to start with today is a little exercise. So for those of you that are live, you guys can just take out a piece of paper and do this. And then if you're watching, I want you guys to just grab a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to write yourself a letter. This is something that I did that was so incredibly powerful and has been a fantastic tool that I've used myself and I've used with clients. Also just shared it with friends and family members too, and I've gotten excellent feedback. So first off, you're going to write a forgiveness letter to yourself. So you're going to forgive yourself for feeling guilty about taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. So what that really means is you're going to grab your pen. I don't ever write in black or blue, so I have a green marker today. You're going to write down what you're thinking and what you're feeling around doing something for yourself. So if it's, I feel guilty that I take 5 minutes for myself when I should be spending time with my kids. I feel guilty doing blah, blah, blah for myself because I should really be doing this for another person, blah, blah. Just write out how you're feeling and how you're thinking. Get all the thoughts out first. So take a few minutes to do that. It doesn't have, you can just do bullet points. Like, it doesn't have to be anything nice. And then after that, I want you to say, I forgive myself. And say, it is okay to put myself first. In order to give to others, I must first give to myself. And then I forgive myself. So you write out all the crap and all the things that are kind of dragging you down. Come back to the positive, forgive yourself, and say, it's okay. And then, so it can be on a sheet of paper. If you want to go nuts and write like pages and pages, please do so. For me, just the physical writing is very cathartic, and you just like get it all out. But then I want you to read it out loud. You can stand in front of a mirror and read it out loud. And when you do that, it's going to make it even more powerful. But I really want you to read the last part out loud. I forgive myself. I am putting myself first. It is okay for me to do something for myself. And say it over and over again and just say, I'm okay. Really at the end. And then after you read it, so you write it out, you read it aloud to yourself, and then you can do two things. You can rip it up and throw it away, or what I think is even more powerful is you light it on fire and you burn it. So you're literally taking all of these feelings of guilt, feelings of anything negative about taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. You're just ripping it up or burning it and literally releasing it into the universe. Because in order to move through that guilt, you need to release it and you need to let it go. And as soon as you let it go, it's going to create space for something good to come in. So that's your little homework exercise for today. And I can tell you guys, you can do it, take 5 minutes to do it or so. It's so incredibly powerful. So write it down, read it out loud, and then burn it or rip it up. And you're done with it. So that's your exercise for the day. Then after you do all of that, I really want you to focus on just releasing it and letting it go. And use this feeling of feeling guilty of putting yourself first. Don't punish yourself for feeling that guilt. Use it as a tool to say, wait a second, why do I feel bad about this? Why am I feeling guilty? Why, think about why. And then know that what you're really truly doing in putting yourself first is just loving yourself more. And like I said before, it's all about self-love and putting yourself first. I think one thing to keep in mind is, as busy people, we tend to struggle with just the daily responsibilities of life. So your work, your family, your kids, all of your extracurricular activities. Oh my gosh, I need to eat healthy too. And I need to work out and I need to make sure I get enough sleep. And it's like, oh my God, it's so overwhelming. But you feel just stretched thin, overworked, frustrated, and you can't accomplish anything that you want to do. And then you're like, okay, wait, so I'm supposed to also take time to take care of myself on top of all of these other things I'm supposed to do. And what we normally do is say, I don't need to take care of myself. I got to get all this other stuff done on my list. And when you get rid of that to-do list and all of those things that you have to do all the time, and you just pause, and it literally can be 5 minutes of me time that can boost your energy, give you a better ability to do all the things that you want to do, but you're giving yourself that time to fill you up, it is going to create more time and you're going to have more energy to do all the things that you want to do. And for all of us that are listening here, it's going to give you more energy to give to all the people you want to give to and all the people you want to help. Okay. So it's really hard, but it's really, really important. So I'm going to give you guys 5 little tips and action steps, and then we're going to do one little quick meditation, and then we're going to wrap it up because I know we're all busy people, so I don't want to keep you guys on here forever. And again, I appreciate you guys listening. So first thing, don't should all over yourself. I would have to say this is probably my life until the age of 30. I should do this. I should do that. Oh, but I have to make sure I get this done. I don't want to do this. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to do all these things. I didn't do it. I'm a failure. Get over that. Who's telling you that you should do X, Y, and Z? Even a boss that's saying you need to really reach all of these things, if you just speak up and say, you know what, I need to do this and this and this in order to accomplish what you're telling me I should do, speak up and own it, and it's okay. I put a lot of pressure on myself of thinking I should do all of these things. And then when I took a step back and paused, I was like, wait, who's telling me to do this? It's just me. Like, why am I putting this additional pressure on myself? When you should all over yourself, you actually limit your potential and your ability to grow and think openly. So get over the shoulds and just go with your gut and do what feels right for you. Obviously, there's going to be things that you got to think over and do all that. I'm not saying just like wing it and go for it all the time, but don't get caught up in the shoulds, because then you actually get nothing accomplished and you're just in this circle of nothingness. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is practice positive affirmations. So that's kind of like the end of that writing exercise, and put it positive. I am, so, you know, for example, if you're trying to get healthier, I am healthy. I have enough energy to do everything that I am able to do. I am grateful for all of the good things in my life. I have created space for good people to come into my life. And so take those things that you want to happen and put it in the present tense, saying, I am blah, 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 or I have blah, blah, blah. It's all about mindset and shifting to a positive perspective and creating space for these good things to come into your life. So number 1, don't should all over yourself. Number 2, practice positive affirmations. And it's really just flipping it to a positive thinking and not that negative, oh no, I feel bad for this, but a positive like, hey, I did something good for me today. Hell yeah, I give myself a pat on the back. Number 3 is write it down. So whether you write a journal, you send yourself a text message, you email something to yourself, anything. Sorry, don't mind my fax machine, totally old school, but my fax machine is ringing in the background. I love it. Just write it down because it makes it more real. If it's something that you're just thinking out in your head, write it down and get it on paper. And so you can then kind of embrace it. The other thing you'll also be able to do is if you write something down and reflect, you're going to see where you were a few months ago and then where you're at now. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff I've accomplished. A lot of the times we think, oh, I should be doing X, Y, and Z. And then you keep telling yourself that. But if you actually go back and look, you'll be like, oh my gosh, look at all the things I actually truly accomplished. So sometimes writing it down can be super powerful so that you can see the changes and the shifts that you've made. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 4 is focusing on quality and not quantity. So you're like, making sure that you get X things done on your to-do list maybe might not be as important as doing something really well. So focus on doing something very well. Pick one task each. I feel like the president. Pick one task each day that you know you're going to do well and kill it. Do it to the best of your ability, and then have the other things like, okay, I'll get those done when I can, but really focus on having good quality stuff you're either creating in your work, in your life, for self-care in your relationships. You can kind of pick one thing. It can be different each day. It can be the same thing, being consistent. One thing for me personally right now is joy. Joy is the focus of this year for me. So I always try to do something each day that brings me joy. Super simple. So yesterday for me, that was going for a run along the lake on a beautiful day. It lit me up, gave me more energy than ever. The other day it was meeting a friend for coffee. Whatever it is, find one simple little thing. It can be calling someone. It can be looking at a picture, an inspirational quote, something that brings joy into your life and lights you up. Okay, so we have number 1, don't should all over yourself. Number 2, practice positive affirmations. Number 3, write it down. Number 4, focus on quality, something good, something positive that can happen in your life each day. And the last one, number 5, is forgive yourself. This goes back to our exercise, but know that you have to forgive yourself first to release any guilt that you're going to feel about anything, about feeling bad. Forgive yourself is going to allow you to move forward and accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in your life, in your day, but it's always going to push you in a positive direction. So first, forgiving yourself will allow you to forgive others more easily, but we're all so hard on ourselves. And just forgive yourself and say, hey, it's okay, and then let it go and move forward. So for a last thing to close is I want everybody to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I want you to think of one thing that you are so incredibly good at. Something that you do that brings you joy. And focus on that. And when you're feeling that joy, how are you feeling? How does your body feel? Do you feel warm and tingly? Do you feel energized? Do you feel like you could take on the world? Or do you just feel really, truly connected to someone else? What does that thing that brings you joy, how does it make you feel in your body? Where are you? Are you outside? Are you in nature? Are you with your best friend? Are you with your husband, with your kids? How do you just, what emotions are coming up? I want you to really put it all together. What sounds do you hear? Embrace that moment and how you feel. And know that any single time the shit hits the fan, things go crazy, life happens, and then you start to feel bad about doing something for yourself, come back to that feeling of how you feel when you feel that joy, that presence, that ability to do something good for you. Come back to that feeling and know that it's always there and it's always present in you. So hold that, like bundle it up in a little ball. Breathe in all of that good feeling. As you exhale, let all the other shit go. Just let it out. Breathe in everything that lights you up, fills you up. Exhale, release everything that doesn't serve you. Breathe in a little bit more self-love. Breathe out guilt and self-doubt. Breathe in a little bit more love. Breathe out any negative thoughts or feelings. Take a couple more breaths. Keep your eyes closed. Each inhale, you're filling yourself up more with a little bit more love. Each exhale, you're letting go of all of the negative thoughts, negative mindset, the shoulds, any of that crap. Get it out. One more big breath in. So much love. Give yourself a hug. And exhale, let it all go. All right, guys, you can open your eyes. So hopefully you feel a little bit more full and you feel like you've created more space for love and self-love in your life because you've gotten rid of guilt and feeling bad about it. Know that it is so good and so important to put yourself first. Because then after you do that, you're able to create space for all of the other people that you help in your life, all the other people that you guys impact on a daily basis, and know it's not selfish to put yourself first. That is all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about self-care a little bit more in depth, and I'm going to give you guys some nerdy science behind why it's good for you. And then I'm going to give you a couple activities and exercises to try, kind of like our 5 action steps we took today. So I really appreciate you guys, all of you who tuned in for the whole time to listen. And if you missed it, no worries. You got the videos. And I will see you guys back tomorrow at 12:30 Central Time. And we'll do a little bit more of this. Thank you so, so much for taking the time for you. It's huge. And the more you guys do it, the more you're going to see amazing things happen in your life. I promise. Lots of love, virtual hugs to all of you. Again, this is Katie Henry. And if you don't know me, say hi, comment below. You can email me at katie@startingsmartwellness.com. You can, thanks for the love. You can message me in this Facebook group, comment below, join our community, the Starting Smart Wellness Warriors. There's some amazing people in there, and I am just truly, truly grateful for all of you, and especially those of you who are listening right now. It's like, this is just the biggest thank you that you guys can give me is just taking the time to listen, because it's huge. So thank you for everything you guys do, and have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much.